Have you ever had one of those moments? It's Friday night. Your phone is buzzing with notifications. Group chats are lighting up with plans for a big night out. Your friends are all going to that new bar, that hyped-up party, that sold-out concert. And you just feel a quiet, gentle pull in the opposite direction. A pull towards this. It's not that you don't love your friends. You do. It's not that you don't enjoy a good time. You do. But tonight, the thought of navigating loud crowds, making small talk and managing that social energy just feels draining. The most appealing plan in the world is to cancel everything, put on your comfiest clothes and just be alone. If you've ever felt a pang of guilt for choosing a quiet night in over a wild night out, if you've ever wondered if there's something wrong with you for genuinely preferring your own company, then this video is for you. Because that feeling, it's not just you, and it's far from being a problem. So let's talk about it. What is this preference for being alone? In the world of psychology, this isn't about being antisocial, or shy, or lonely. The term we're looking for is solitude. And there's a huge, crucial difference between solitude and loneliness. Loneliness is a painful, negative state of feeling disconnected and isolated. It's a lack of connection when you desperately want it. But solitude? Solitude is a choice. It's the positive, voluntary act of spending time with yourself. It's about finding freedom, inspiration, and rejuvenation in your own company. And here's a surprising fact for you. Research shows that people who genuinely enjoy spending time alone are often more open-minded, more conscientious, and less likely to be neurotic than those who are afraid of being by themselves. They're not the tense, moody, worrying types. They're often quite the opposite. Another fascinating insight. A 2022 study published in PLOS One found that the enjoyment of solitude isn't actually linked to being an introvert. You heard that right. Extroverts can enjoy and benefit from alone time just as much as introverts. The key isn't your personality type, but your motivation. So if you've ever felt like you're the only one who would rather have a deep, meaningful conversation with yourself than shout over the music at a crowded bar, I want to reassure you. Your experience is not only valid, it's shared by millions. And the psychology behind why you feel this way is absolutely fascinating. So, why do some of us feel this way? Why is a quiet evening at home so much more appealing than a loud party? The answer lies deep within our psychology and even our biology. Let's start with a concept you've probably heard of. The social battery. Imagine your social energy is like a phone battery. For some people, social interaction charges that battery. They thrive in crowds, they love the energy, and they leave a party feeling more energized than when they arrived. These are your classic extroverts, but for others, that same social interaction drains the battery. It's not that they don't enjoy it, but it costs them energy. They have to be on, and after a while, they need to retreat to a quiet place to recharge. This is the experience of a classic introvert. This isn't just a feeling. It's rooted in a psychological principle called optimal arousal theory. This theory suggests that each of us has an ideal level of arousal, or mental stimulation, where we feel and perform our best. Research by psychologists like Hans Eysenck has shown that introverts tend to have a naturally higher baseline level of arousal. This means that for introverts, the loud music, the multiple conversations, the sheer volume of information at a party can quickly push them past their optimal arousal level and into a state of overstimulation. It feels overwhelming. Solitude for them is a way to come back down to that just right level of arousal. But this is only part of the story, because as we learned, even extroverts can crave and benefit from solitude. So, what's the deeper psychological driver? It's a powerful framework called self-determination theory. Self-determination theory, or SDT, was developed by psychologists Richard Ryan and Edward Deci. It proposes that all human beings have three core psychological needs: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. Relatedness is about feeling connected to others, which we often get from our social lives. Competence is about feeling effective and capable in what we do. And autonomy is the need to feel in control of our own lives and choices, to act in harmony with our own values. And that right there, autonomy, is the secret ingredient. When you choose to stay home on a Friday night, you're not rejecting other people. You are choosing yourself. You are honoring your own need for peace, for quiet, for reflection. You are making an autonomous, self-determined choice. Think about it. In a world that is constantly demanding our attention, with notifications, deadlines, and social obligations, solitude is one of the few spaces where we can be truly autonomous. It's where you can finally hear your own thoughts, explore your own interests, and connect with your authentic self, free from the pressure of external expectations. So, the why is twofold. It's about managing your biological need for an optimal level of stimulation, and it's about fulfilling your psychological need for autonomy. It's not a flaw. It's a feature of a well-regulated and self-aware mind. Understanding the why is empowering. But how do we put this into practice in a world that often celebrates non-stop social activity? How do we embrace solitude without feeling guilty or isolated? Let's move from understanding to action. Here are 4 simple experiments you can try to make solitude a fulfilling part of your life. First, schedule your solitude. Treat your alone time like a non-negotiable appointment. Block it out in your calendar, just like you would a meeting or a doctor's visit. This isn't about waiting for a free moment to magically appear. It's about intentionally creating that space. Why this works? This directly feeds your psychological need for autonomy. By scheduling it, you are making a conscious, deliberate choice to prioritize your well-being. You're telling yourself, my peace is important, and I am in control of it. Second, design your ideal alone time. Solitude doesn't have to mean sitting in a dark room staring at the wall. The goal is to recharge, not to be bored. So ask yourself, what would truly nourish me right now? Is it diving into a new video game? Is it finally starting that online course? Is it practicing an instrument or maybe just mindfully brewing a perfect cup of coffee? Why this works? This builds your sense of competence and autonomy. You're not just passively being alone. You're actively engaging in something that brings you joy, skill, or peace. It transforms solitude from an absence of people into a presence of self. Third, practice public solitude. If you feel a little strange being alone at home, start by being alone in public. Take a book to a park or a coffee shop. Go to a movie by yourself. Visit a museum. You're in a social environment, but you're in your own private bubble. It's a fantastic way to destigmatize the idea of being alone. Why this works? This helps you get comfortable with your own company while gently challenging the social stigma. It proves to yourself that you don't need a companion to enjoy the world. You are enough. And fourth, communicate your needs, guilt-free. One of the biggest hurdles is the fear of letting others down, but you can be honest without being hurtful. Instead of a vague excuse, try saying, I've had a really draining week and need a quiet night to recharge my social battery. Why this works? This is a healthy way to set boundaries. It's not a rejection of the other person. It's an affirmation of your own needs. True friends will understand. It reframes your need for solitude not as antisocial, but as essential self-care, which it is. So, let's bring it all together. That feeling of wanting to be alone isn't a flaw. It's a signal. We've learned what it is, not loneliness, but solitude, a positive, voluntary choice. We've learned why we feel it. It's about managing our optimal arousal, our social battery, and fulfilling our deep psychological need for autonomy. And we've learned how to embrace it by scheduling it, designing it, practicing it in public, and communicating our needs with confidence. Choosing to be alone is one of the most powerful acts of self-care you can practice. It's in those quiet moments that you can process your thoughts, connect with your creativity, and hear your own inner voice without the noise of the outside world. It's not about shutting the world out. It's about letting yourself in. So be kind to yourself. The next time you feel that pull to stay in, honor it. You are not being selfish. You are not being weird. You are recharging, you are growing, and you are taking care of the most important relationship you will ever have. The one with yourself. And now I want to hear from you. What is your favorite way to spend your alone time? What's that one activity that instantly recharges your battery? Share it in the comments below. Let's create a space where we can all celebrate the power of solitude Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, please give it a like and subscribe for more journeys into the psychology of our daily lives. Until next time, be well.